Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, what it do, and how are you doing? Good afternoon. Mighty Sun here, or just call me Mr. M.A. or Mighty Avenger, the multitasker, the one and only, and welcome back again to another reaction video at your service. What's going on, guys? And welcome to the first day of August, and I would consider that happy Thursday, but it did rain, and there was a nasty storm that was a couple hours ago, and that the moment that it was starting pouring rain, and that the strong wind gusts and just almost knocked the side of my face when I was trying to get back in the car, because it was coming down pretty quickly, and it's just nasty out there. So it's still raining. I mean, other than the fact that it's just been another sucky and a boring morning, but it's just been super busy. But at least I'm doing okay, just hanging in there like always, and just, getting through the day. But I think it calmed down, so I think I'm just going to check some other videos I haven't looked into. But first things first, I do have a request that belongs to Shadow, and that here is a clip that is from Chris Vliet, and where that he had a one-on-one with DIJAK, or that you may know him as T-Bar of the Retribution, or likely that you know him as the Dominic Djokovic, and that from WWE that no longer works with the company. And even though that he was drafted from NXT to Raw, it's just that they didn't have any plans for him, not even booked for a match, and that's unfortunate. So I think that this is the right one, and this is where that DIJAK start to explain to himself, and this is where the title that writing that WWE exit letter. So let's hear on his part that of why the things didn't work out for him and WWE, and that he instantly that cut ties with the company. So let's just check this one out, and let's begin. So without further ado, it's time to react.
I timed the tweet with the letter very specifically to be at a time where I was hoping it would kind of be the only pro wrestling story of that day, right?
Yeah, so, how'd you time that?
Just Thursday. Yeah. I was like, well, there's...
How ironic that today is Thursday.
I mean, there's wrestling on every day of the week, so I had to pick one of them.
I get it. So Monday's Raw, Tuesday's the fallout of Raw.
I was trying to avoid WWE.
Wednesday's Dynamite, Thursday's SmackDown, Saturday's the fallout of... I get it.
Right, yeah. So that was kind of the idea behind it. And also just the timing with my availability being 2 days later. So I just wanted there to still be buzz by the time I was, and again, it's not like I had a ton of options. I was not given a large window of time to work with here. So
but people handle not being re-signed in various different ways. Mm-hmm. You chose to write this very well-worded letter, put it out on social media. What made that your approach?
So I wanted, just in terms of my mental approach to it, I gave a lot of thought to what I wanted to do and how I wanted to approach this, right? Because I was in a very unique situation. I can't think of anyone else who was in a situation like that, because it's only recently that they really started letting contracts expire.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell, everyone who had that situation was notified decently well in advance, like maybe a month or two out. So I don't know that there's a lot of situations where it was such a short window of time before the notification happened.
How short are we talking?
Well, I mean, I was on WWE Speed. And that aired, I think, 10 days after we taped it. And by the time that aired, I had already been notified. Mm. So I was on WWE programming knowing that I was not going to be with this company anymore, or at least having been told that, right? It wasn't set in stone. There was the possibility that it was a negotiation tactic. You know, there was a lot of things on the table, and then that, that tweet, because I assume they have some sort of deal with Twitter in some capacity or some sort of payment, and Hunter tweets about it every week and mentions it. So he's tweeting about me. The tweet is on there. It's posted to the top of at WWE on Twitter, and it stays there until the next week. So I was the pinned tweet on Twitter under WWE one day before I posted that.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's how, and it's speed, right? But at the same time, that I think 2.5 million people saw that
on
post
every Wednesday on X.
That's a relevant match in the WWE umbrella.
Yeah.
And then almost immediately you're getting this information from me that's like, they're not interested in me anymore. They didn't even make an offer. So I knew that I had those options, and frankly, lots of people were telling me to take a different approach mentally. It was suggested to me that I take a, let's call it a more classical approach. You know, people have done this before where it's, and who knows what situation is what, but the standard approach is thank you for everything. I had a great time at WWE. Yeah. I'm appreciative of everyone. We just couldn't agree on a new deal, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna make a name for myself, right?
And I'm excited for what's next.
I'm excited for next. Yeah. You keep it vague. You say we couldn't come to terms, whatever. It makes you seem like they offered you, but you feel like you're worth more and you're going to go prove yourself, whatever. So I had that option on the table, and that maybe there's a chance that another company sees that and they go, oh, he's worth X amount of dollars or whatever. It becomes a negotiating thing. My opinion was there was more value, maybe not monetary value, but there was more intrinsic value with the fans and with trust and just how I felt personally about everything in telling the complete and entire truth. Because I don't feel like the people who support me just for no reason. I feel like there's a large group of my fan base that loves how blunt and honest I am. And maybe that's what gets me in trouble, right? Maybe the blunt honesty is what rubbed the right people the wrong way, right? So
but it's got you over on Twitter.
Yeah, and listen, I've talked before about the conversation that I had with CM Punk, and it was influential to me. I could see my career trending in a, maybe not my career, but I could see my support trending in a better direction after that. Once people started to see the real me and started to feel my honesty and feel my upfrontness and things like that, maybe my career suffered. I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't have an explanation. I was not told what happened in any capacity. So I can't say, oh, I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Because I just don't know.
That's crazy. And things like that happens because being as a pro wrestler, and that there are certain things that you never know exactly what the reasons or things that doesn't work out the way that how they want it or how you want it, and that's it's kind of it makes things a little difficult, and it's kind of hard to just to fully grasp, but that things that it's not going the way how you want it to be, or how the give that of like to have of the capacity that be staying on a wrestling company, and that's it just gets it's so unclear for that. And it is unfortunate that DIJAK is no longer with the company, and with a lot of the decisions, and comes in with one option, and make it doing of the having it the old fashioned, and make it of a treat of an exit letter. So I think that's maybe that's the most a different approach, that's the without of make it of prolonging. And it is really unfortunate that he's no longer with the company, and that he definitely had such potential. And the only memories that I have when it comes to when he was as Dominic Djokovic, and he was a raw deal when he was in NXT. And my memories of him when he had a match with Keith Lee, and that was the best thing from these two, and they had a mutual respect. And what would happen that if Keith did decide to come back to WWE, and this would be considered an old NXT rivalry between those two. I mean, I would love to see that. But being as now as a free agent, and it's, I guess for him that it took some time, and after that he had his was it at the 1 or 2 match that he had on WWE Speed, because I also should mention that every Wednesday that around noon that's where it's a pretty short, and it's technically of a new term of WWE dark, but still though it's just like 5 minutes or so, and and that's where that's where once you get that notified that your contract is going to be expired soon, and it's just like, I mean, like, this is the bottom line. It's like, what are you gonna do next, and what could you do in the most of a approach way that you want to go. Either that you just wanted to renegotiate for another chance, or that you just best that it is just leave with having your head up high, and just have some to have some clarity, and and that's how tough it is for any wrestling company. And yes, it is unfortunate that Bobby Lashley is no longer on the company. That sucks. And I hear crazy stories that it's very likely that he could be in AEW, like MVP, and I just see him at the what was it, Mike Brennan's Bloodsport, and I mean, looking at him, and he's still got some prime there. I mean, that was cool. So all I will say for DIJAK, and I wish him for the best, and that whatever company he goes, whether it's going to be from, I don't know, like GCW or indie wrestlings, I hope that he finds his place, because honestly that he does deserve better. So I mean, that's just my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and that it sucks. And all you could do is just wish him for the best. And it is a decent guy, and he is very very passionate about what he feels, and there's nothing wrong with that. So be sure to leave it likes, and also leave it comments down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.